Good evening, Colonial Woods students. Welcome back to Summer Sunday Night Edition of FaceTube News. I'm head anchor Michaela Reimer, and I'm excited about tonight. Like usual, to start things off, we're sending it over to intern Cole with announcements.
Thank you, head anchor Michaela Reimer. As she said, my name is intern Cole, and this is my third time here on FaceTube News, 3 times already. Hopefully I'm not laid off, but in case I am, I want to make this the best last announcements I ever have with FaceTube News. So let's just jump right into it, okay? We're just gonna cut to the chase. We're not gonna waste time. So every Monday, I know I've been saying this every time, but every Monday we have Bible studies from 1 to 3 p.m. on the second floor of the church. You got Pastor Chelsea leading high school girls, intern Michaela leading middle school girls, myself, intern Cole leading middle school guys, and intern Eli leading high school guys. If you're not on the second floor of the church doing Bible studies, which why wouldn't you want to be? We're going deep into the Word. We're having a lot of fellowship time. But if you're not old enough, if you're not old enough, then you're with Pastor Katie with Club 56, and you're doing hangouts either on the front lawn or in the gym, depending on weather. And what more do I have to say about that? Pastor Katie's awesome. Go hang out with her. Have a good time with her. She's awesome. You know, Pastor Katie's great. Next up, another announcement I'm super excited for on July 15th, this Wednesday, Nerf War. It's going to be awesome. What more can I say? I've been waiting so long for this because I'm almost in my junior year of college at Bethel University. The last time I had a Nerf War was when I was in senior year of high school. So do the math. That means I'm old. That was a while back. And I'm so excited for this again. Also, if you have your own gun and darts, bring them. You know, mark them up. Make sure that you got all your stuff for like afterwards, because no one wants to leave their stuff behind or get mixed up with people, because then that's a huge hassle. You know, mark your stuff up. Make sure it's yours. You know, maybe put your name on your darts. Also, there's going to be pizza there, so you're going to have a ton of fun, and pizza. So it's going to be great. And you should totally come on out, because we're going to do a whole bunch of game modes and not just like have one long Nerf War. It's going to be awesome. Come on out to Nerf War. That is for all ages, 5th through 12th grade. Also, you know what's not for all ages? Beach night. That is July 18th. You meet at CW first. Meet here at Colonial Woods first. We're going to drive down to Lakeside Beach then. From 12 to 3 p.m. we're going to spend time at the beach, you know, swimming in water, playing sand volleyball, hanging out, having fellowship. It's going to be great. You should totally come on out. I'm definitely going to be laying the hammer down in sand volleyball because I love volleyball and sand volleyball especially. So come on out. Have a good time. If I see one middle schooler there, event's getting shut down. No more beach day. Only high schoolers allowed. Get it. Write it down. Ingrain it in your head. Only high schoolers. I think that's about it for announcements this week. So I'm just going to end it now. And I'm going to swing it back to you, head anchor Michaela Reimer.
Thanks, Cole, for those announcements. I'm super excited for what's happening this week, specifically the beach day. High schoolers, please come out to that because I think it's going to be so much fun. Like, I love the beach. Who doesn't love the beach? Please come out. That's all I'm going to say about that for now. Now, I'm going to talk to you about the challenge from last week. Last week, we asked you guys to send in your most embarrassing photos. We showed ours, then we asked you to show yours. And you guys sent in some pretty good photos. So, let's take a look.
Huge, massive shout outs. No.
Again, thank you so much for those. They definitely brought a lot of smiles and chuckles to us, and we appreciate your vulnerability in sending them in and allowing us to share them on YouTube. and Facebook. Now, time to send it to our favorite meteorologist, intern Eli.
What was that, Mac? Hey guys, I'm intern Eli, and I'm the weatherman.
'Cause I'm the weatherman.
I cannot tell you about future weather, but I can tell you about present and past weather. I do not have meteorology training, nor meteorology equipment, nor the heart nor the gumption to speak of such things, but here's a look at past and present weather. As I reflect on the weather from the past week, it was rather warm. It felt kind of like summer. This is your present weather. Mama Nature seems to be telling me that she is not in the best mood today. It is partly cloudy. Mama Nature and I are pretty close. Back to you, Mac.
Thank you, Eli, for the past weather. Again, it's always greatly appreciated to hear what happened last week. Finally, we're coming to our last segment of the night, Jokes with Luke. Luke, it's all yours now.
Hi guys, it's me, Jokes with Luke, here with some jokes. Just before we start, I just want to let everyone know that you can submit jokes, and you can submit them right here at this email address. All right, let's get right to the jokes. Where do kittens go on their class trip? To a museum. What do you call a grasshopper with an injured leg? Unhoppy. Why do flies walk on the ceiling? Because if they walked on the floor, someone might step on them. What did the big bucket say to the smaller one? You're looking a little pale there. And why was the poor guy selling yeast? To raise some dough. All right, thanks for stopping by Jokes with Luke here on the FaceTube News. I will see you all next time. Goodbye.
Oh, Luke, you are so funny. Thank you for doing this. Thank you for doing this segment. Like, genuinely, you are so funny. I know I appreciate it. I hope everyone else there appreciates it as much as I do. Well, guys, that's it for FaceTube News. I'm head anchor Michaela Reimer, and this has been FaceTube News.
Welcome, everyone, to What's in the Box. If you don't know what that is, because this is the first time we're doing it, let me explain real quick. We each are going to stick our hands within a box and face our fears inside. It could be something disgusting, something alive, something dead, something slimy, something in between all of that. And we're going to stick our hand in there, face our fears, like Fear Factor, if you've ever seen it. And the objective is to try and guess what's in the box that we're sticking our hand in and routing it around while we're blindfolded. So we each get 2 rounds to do that. Yeah, let's get into it. Enjoy. Show them what we got first. The floor is yours. Yes. You might want to take some jewelry off for this. I know you got a ring on your hand.
Whatever's in that box might be attracted to the jewelry.
What the crap are you guys doing?
Might be something alive.
It might.
What is it? Am I like gonna reach it?
Oh.
What is this?
It's
This feels so gross.
cottage cheese.
Yep, it's cottage cheese.
Cottage cheese is kind of nasty.
Yeah, well, bleh.
Oh, God. Alright. As Eli continues to fashion his blindfold. Ooh. Okay. Alright. Prepare to, yeah, go ahead.
I swear, guys. I swear.
If it, what?
Okay.
It could be living. Just remember that. Could be my dog, could be a snake.
Could be your dog.
Yeah. Who knows? I might bring her in.
Oh.
Oh. Ooh.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh. Oh. Gosh, it feels like it was inside.
What do you think it is?
Oh.
Yeah, what do you think?
Feels like brains.
Well, I can assure you that that is exactly what it is.
But it's not brains.
Yeah, it's not. It's not brains.
brains.
My dog.
Oh my gosh.
Please tell me it's not your dog, Cole.
No, it's not. Don't worry. It's not. It's not. I promise.
What is it?
Ground beef.
Ground beef.
Alright. Gosh. Here we go, Cole. Oh, I don't want to. Go ahead. Go ahead. Okay. Ah!
Oh, I love how my finger just sunk right into that.
Kind of nasty, isn't it?
I don't know what this is.
Yes.
Oh wait, it's bread. I can feel crust.
Oh, yep.
Ugh.
Wet bread.
Dang.
Ugh.
Oh. Yeah. Oh, that's nasty. Oh, stop that. Oh, gross.
I'm ready.
See this? See this? She's gonna touch it. Whenever you are ready, Kayla,
Alright.
face your fears.
I'm not scared.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah.
You will be.
Yeah. Why should I be?
This is- There you go.
It's wet and slimy. Ugh. And tiny. Kind of feels like it's food. It's a human food.
It's beans.
It's beans.
Mm-hmm. Black beans.
No,
What else is that?
it is. Yeah, my hands are gross.
Alright, guys, just let me know when I'm supposed to face my fear.
Alrighty.
Your fear is time to be faced
Alright.
whenever you're ready.
Alright. I don't know, guys.
Oh.
What?
Oh. Oh.
What is that?
How can I
Oh,
how can
that
I
feels
say
nasty.
how can I
What
say
is
this?
it? It's squishy. What is it?
What do you think?
Yes, you gotta try and
Guess
guess.
it.
It feels. Oh, it feels like poop.
That's most definitely what it is.
Yeah, obviously.
Oh my
God.
god. No! It's
Oh!
over here! I'm joking.
What is it?
It's peanut butter!
Peanut butter.
Oh.
You literally
Alright.
you threw the peanut butter over. Okay, Cole. Let's go. You've got it.
This is the last one, right?
Yep. Last
I've
one.
been scared enough today. I really don't need to be scared again, so. Okay, that's okay. This is a bigger box for some reason. I don't know why.
Oh,
Okay.
there you go.
Alright. My worst fear.
What's up, guys? It's intern Eli, and I really like to run. I actually had one experience this summer though where I went running and it didn't go so well for me. I decided to go running on this day that I decided to take a fast, which means I didn't eat all day long. And then I came home, decided to eat dinner that night, and my host family, my gracious host family, made me my favorite meal, which is spaghetti. I love spaghetti. So I ate a lot of spaghetti, and then it was Tuesday as well. This is an important part of the story. So on Tuesday at the Milk House, they have tacos, ice cream tacos. And so my dear friends, some of the other interns, and a couple of the other people on staff here invited me to go get some tacos. They're about like this big, just like, it's kind of a waffle cone filled with ice cream. It's really good, but, so yeah, it's really good. But then I decided to go running afterwards. So after I'd eaten all this spaghetti and this whole humongous ice cream taco, it didn't go very well for me. Let's just say that. I won't go into the graphic details, but yes, it just, we'll just leave it at that. But I really love running, like I said, and I actually started to learn to love running when I was in middle school. I ran on the cross country team. I didn't really want to join the cross country team when it first started, but I knew that it would be good training for soccer. But by the time that I got to high school, I wanted to run both, even though they were in the same season. So I had to choose soccer over cross country. But yeah, so I learned a lot of things about running. Like you have to pump your arms to get some good momentum, to run from like your heel landing going to your toe, so kind of rocking back from your heel to your toe when you're taking steps, to really pump your arms, take short steps when you're going up hills, but when you're going down, to make sure you're striding out and taking longer steps. Another thing our coach told us was to accelerate around corners. I share all this with you today because I really want to share the parallel that the Bible shares, that life is like a race. And so I want us all to become the best runners that we can be. So today I'm going to be talking about the fact that running is easier with endurance, competition, discipline, and a finish line. So first, running is easier when you have endurance. We put our bodies through a lot of trials when we're trying to become better runners and building stamina and just building the ability to be able to run further and faster and longer. And in that same way, when we're going through life, that is the race that it is, we will have a lot of different trials that we will need to be able to withstand. So this is Hebrews 12, 1 through 3. Therefore, since we are surrounded by such a great cloud of witnesses, let us throw off everything that hinders and the sin that so easily entangles. And let us run with perseverance the race marked out for us, fixing our eyes on Jesus, the pioneer and perfecter of faith. For the joy set before him, he endured the cross, scorning its shame, and sat down at the right hand of the throne of God. Consider him who endured such opposition from sinners, so that you will not grow weary and lose heart. This passage is showing us that we need to cut off the sin that entangles us and to fix our eyes on Jesus. It also is showing us that Jesus, he went through trials too when he lived life here on earth, and he came out on top of everything, and he ended up beating death, and he was the perfect example for us. So we need to remember those trials that Jesus endured as we are going about our own trials, and that will make us into who we want to become, as more like Jesus, who was the perfect runner, and he ran a perfect life. running is easier in competition and community. So the reason that I had the idea for this message is this past weekend, I went running with a good friend of mine. His name's Elias Pagurko. I don't know if any of you know him or not, but we decided to go for a run on Sunday after church. We started underneath the Blue Water Bridge, and we ran all the way into town. It was probably about 5 miles, but we had this discussion that we could run further with each other than we would have been able to if we were just by ourselves. Ecclesiastes 4:9-12 says, 2 are better than 1 because they have a good return for their labor. If either of them falls down, one can help the other up. But pity anyone who falls and has no one to help them up. Also, if 2 lie down together, they will keep warm. But how can one keep warm alone? Though one may be overpowered, 2 can defend themselves. And a cord of 3 strands is not quickly broken. So with any competition or community, it's really helpful to be a part of that because you can push each other further than you would have just if you would have been by yourself, and you can help each other to grow and to move towards Christ together. It's also important to be a part of a community that's loving, because loving others is part of the great commandment in the Bible. You cannot love God and not love others too. Running is easier when you have discipline. This next passage is actually one of my favorite passages. I used to read this before soccer games to get hyped up and stuff because, I don't know, it just kind of is one of those passages in the Bible that gets kind of juiced. But now it's one of my favorite passages because it talks about self-discipline, and I think that that's one of those things that honestly I kind of struggle with sometimes, like when it comes to procrastinating on homework or not wanting to do something that I really need to do. I don't know, fill out my taxes or something. 1 Corinthians 9:24-27 says, "Do you not know that in a race all the runners run, but only one gets the prize? Run in such a way as to get the prize. Everyone who competes in the games goes into strict training. They do it to get a crown that will not last, but we do it to get a crown that will last forever. Therefore, I do not run like someone running aimlessly. I do not fight like a boxer beating the air. No, I strike a blow to my body and make it my slave, so that after I have preached to others, I myself will not be disqualified for the prize." This passage is really interesting because it shows us that we all know this, that if you're running in a race, you're not going to do very well if you are not training very hard. You have to train the hardest and sacrifice the most if you want to actually win the race. Everybody who is racing does some sort of training, but whoever's training the hardest is the one that's probably going to win the race. In that same way, in our lives, we need to have self-discipline because we are not going to win the race if we are lazy and don't have any motivation to do anything. God wants us to be motivated and to really bring about His kingdom in the best way that we can, and to do the things that He tells us to do. Finally, running is easier the closer that you get to the finish line. One of my favorite things to do in middle school cross country was to end the race, because I really loved that point at the end of the race when you were catching up to everybody, like those couple people that were in front of you, and you just take off sprinting, and you're trying to beat them to the finish line. I think that that's just something that's super fun, even though it's exhausting. But that strive to the finish line was just absolutely exhilarating. 2 Timothy 4:7-8 says, "I have fought the good fight. I have finished the race. I have kept the faith. Now there is in store for me the crown of righteousness, which the Lord, the righteous judge, will award to me on that day, and not only to me, but also to all who have longed for His appearing." We as Christians should really be longing and striving towards that day that we get to see Jesus again. We should be giving all of our effort. And even though that there are trials in this race of life, we should know that Jesus is going to make everything right in the end because he has all of eternity to set things right. This actually reminds me of getting to the end of the race. In middle school, I loved getting to the end of the race and drinking some chocolate milk. So chocolate milk is one of my favorite drinks. It's one of the greatest things in the world, honestly, come on. But it's kind of like heaven, really. You know, we're getting to the end of the race and we're looking for that reward. And so we should all be striving towards the finish line, looking forward to seeing Jesus, because he's going to say, "Well done, my good and faithful servant," and hand you some chocolate milk. Get you into heaven. So again, running is easier with endurance and being able to face the trials in your life with a Christ-like perspective. Competition, finding a group of Christians that you can live in community with and push each other to grow. Discipline, work on being disciplined and doing the hard things in life and not taking the easy way out. And running is easier with a finish line, remembering that we are not home yet and we are looking forward to being reunited with our Creator God. I'll start talking here soon. Hey, thank you guys so much for watching FaceTube this week. As you know, we had our film festival this week, so 3 different teams made trailers. They made up a movie. The trailers are kind of funny. We'll watch them here real quick. Also, the interns, we made one too, so there will be 4 trailers total. And then after that, there will be some discussion questions posted. So read through those with a couple friends or your family if they're there. And hey, have a good week, guys. Thank you.